Sheldon's worst tragedy would have saved The Big Bang Theory from ending and even made it better. When The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019 after 12 successful seasons, it concluded with a heartwarming finale that saw Sheldon and Amy winning the Nobel Prize, Leonard and Penny expecting a child, and the gang finally reaching emotional maturity. While the series finale was widely praised for its emotional resonance and satisfying character arcs, there's an alternate universe where the show didn't need to end at all, and it hinges on a single, devastating tragedy in Sheldon's life. That tragedy? The death of Leonard Hofstadter. At first glance, killing off Leonard might sound cruel or even unthinkable, especially given his central role in the series. But from a narrative standpoint, Leonard's death could have offered The Big Bang Theory the emotional depth it often flirted with but rarely embraced. Most importantly, it would have revitalized the show's storytelling, pushed the characters, particularly Sheldon, into uncharted territory, and provided the series with a compelling reason to continue past season 12. In a twist of tragic irony, Sheldon's worst loss might have become the show's greatest gain. A catalyst for change in Sheldon Cooper's entire character is built on rigid structure, control, and resistance to emotional vulnerability. While the show gradually evolved him into a more empathetic and socially aware person, the progress was often slow and safe. Leonard was not just Sheldon's roommate, he was his anchor, the one who translated the chaotic world for him and served as a buffer between Sheldon and everyone else. Losing Leonard would have shaken Sheldon to the core, forcing a seismic shift in his worldview. Imagine Sheldon navigating grief. A man who organizes his cereal boxes by fiber content suddenly faced with an unpredictable, chaotic loss. It would be a storytelling goldmine. Instead of ending the series, Season 13 could have opened with Sheldon coping with this emotional hurricane in his own unique way, creating grief algorithms, refusing to vacate Leonard's room, or trying to replace Leonard with new roommates who never measure up. Audiences would get to see an entirely new side of Sheldon, not just quirky or brilliant, but profoundly human. Jim Parsons, already a multiple Emmy winner, would have had the opportunity to deliver his most powerful performance yet. The show, long accused of sticking to a safe formula, would finally take a creative risk and thrive because of it. Giving the supporting cast real arcs. With Leonard gone, the emotional weight of the series would shift, giving the remaining characters a chance to grow beyond the comedic beats they often fell into. Penny would become a widow, but also a more central emotional figure. Her arc could explore grief, motherhood if she's still pregnant, and a renewed sense of identity. Would she stay close to the group? Would she move away? Would she reevaluate her friendships or forge a new connection with Sheldon? Howard and Raj, often relegated to comic relief, would be forced to grapple with mortality, responsibility, and legacy. Raj, in particular, whose personal growth stalled in later seasons, might finally confront the fear of being alone and commit to change. Howard, already softened by fatherhood, would perhaps mentor Sheldon or act as a bridge between the group members struggling to reconnect in Leonard's absence. Bernadette and Amy, the show's most underrated assets, would step up emotionally too. Amy could become Sheldon's main support system, and not just the patient wife archetype, but a fully fleshed out woman navigating her own grief and frustrations. It would also give her the chance to define her Nobel Prize success outside of Sheldon's shadow. A show reborn with a clear direction. One of the main reasons The Big Bang Theory ended was that the creators and actors felt they had run out of stories to tell. But Leonard's death would have ignited a whole new direction for the series, something darker, richer, and more serialized. Episodes could shift focus to how each character copes in unexpected ways. The group's dynamics would change dramatically. Dinners at the apartment would feel different, game nights would carry emotional undercurrents, and the comedic banter would be laced with grief, nostalgia, and growth. This pivot could have given the show a chance to explore themes like legacy, family, healing, and friendship in ways it never fully embraced. Even the tone could evolve. Not abandoning humor, never that, but marrying it with a grounded emotionality that audiences were already responding to by the final season. In fact, it's this kind of storytelling that made young Sheldon so. A legacy honored, not diminished,